Bryan, I feel like ever since your last fight, you've been kind of itching to get back in there pretty quickly. You know, you even volunteered to fight Ian Gary on short notice. Like, now that you are fighting Gunnar Nelson, it wasn't obviously, you weren't the original opponent, but are you happy with Gunnar as a name and coming all the way to London to fight here?
Yeah, actually, I'm pumped about the name. You know, after the last fight and everything, yeah, I was, bitter about it, bitter about my performance, and went right back to work. And I think this fight kind of lines up perfectly for what I want to display and what I want to show. Gunnar's a legend himself, especially in Europe and all over here. So, bringing another legend versus legend fight. So that's exciting. And honestly, I think as for the fan base and everything, I think this is a bigger fight than the original one.
So when they gave you Gunnar, did you have to bring in anyone specifically to train with? Because he does kind of have a very unique style of fighting in there.
I got my training partner. He's right here in the back, Paul Carson, up and cutting stud. He gave me everything I needed to see, and we're ready.
Is this your first time in London?
It is. It is.
How have they embraced because they don't see a lot of people wearing overalls, no shirts here in this weather?
Yeah, so the no shirt obviously, is cold out. So I went ahead and layered up. I went to the mall, walked around the mall a little bit, and I was definitely, had a shirt on, sweater underneath, but the overalls were still there. I got a couple looks, so I don't know how often people walk around in overalls, but.
Those you paint your fingernails too?
Yes, my daughter paints them for every fight. It's my war paint, and she did a theme for St. Patrick's Day.
Well, going back to Gunnar, he was in here earlier and he said, after his last fight, he had like maybe some nose surgery and a couple things fixed up. So what kind of Gunnar are you expecting in there, given that we haven't seen him in a year?
Yeah, I'm familiar with layoffs as well. So I expect him to be the best version of himself. I expect the best Gunnar. I think he's going to come out firing. I think he's going to come out ready to, extend his win streak and, make a run for the top again. Like I said, he's a legend. And I think he's still held high in the fighting community in the world and in the rankings. So, it's a big deal. It's a big fight. And like I said, I'm ready to go.
I feel like with your fights, especially like similar to Justin Gaethje, it's like when you get a fight, it's like, short list fight of the night. Is fight of the night an insult? Because I would assume you don't want close fights. You would want like clean performances.
Yeah, absolutely. We're always after clean performances, but I'm not scared or shy of a muddy fight, a dirty fight. I strive in those areas. I shine in those areas, so that's fine. I'm okay with it. I'm excited about it. But yeah, I'm still going after that performance of the night. I don't think I've ever had one yet, so we're still going for it.
You didn't get one against Robbie.
No, I got the fight of the night for that. I thought for sure I was getting performance, but it just so happened it was the best fight on the card as well too.
Last one for me. What are your thoughts on the main event between Leon and Kamaru? How do you see that playing out?
Yeah, I'm going to get some beef about this. I think Leon's improved a lot. I think he's done great things, and he's a great fighter. But I'm leaning towards Usman, getting the win. Sorry, everybody, but it's just my opinion. But I think it's going to be a lot different fight, a more challenged fight. Moving forward. So I think it's going to be a good fight, exciting fight.
Bryan. Yeah. Just spinning it back to a couple of your prior fights, the Matt Brown fight, the Robbie Lawler fight in particular. I know huge amount of respect for both of those guys, and I know heading into the Lawler fight, that was a really big fight for you personally. To get the wins and the manner in which you got them, how much did those two victories in particular mean to you?
Yeah, just they meant a lot. Those are guys I've watched. They're legends in the sport. And to go in there and fight them how I did is how they fight people. I feel like I went in there and I went toe to toe, doing what they do to people. Put them for their best and everything. Like in the clinch with Matt Brown. Yeah, maybe he may have tripped me and took me off my feet a couple times. We expected that possibly, but I think in there we exchanged elbows. I got the better of the elbow work, which he's really known for, and put it on him. I think Robbie Lawler, no one really goes in there and goes toe-to-toe with Robbie Lawler, throwing exchange hand for hand, taking shot for shot. So it was awesome to do that. To get the finish against him was huge too, even bigger. They both were big moments. And, I'd like to go out there and put on another big moment against Gunnar. I really want to bring out that Viking heritage of his. So let's bring that out. I know he's going to be looking to grapple. He'll be looking to strike too, but I know he'll be looking to grapple heavy. We're ready for it all.
I was about to say, the comment you made there about those two fights, the Brown fight, the Lawler fight, it was a fight where you took them on in their wheelhouse, so to speak. Gunnar fights very, very differently to those two guys. So how do you have to sort of temper your approach to make sure that you don't get yourself in trouble and that you can still be effective?
Yeah, I made a mistake in my last fight. Going into that fight, thinking more so that it was going to be another Matt Brown, Robbie Lawler fight. I have grown a lot. I mean, I know it wasn't that long ago, but I've grown a lot from that fight. I learned so much. Was a little irritated about how it went, obviously, because I thought it was going to be, that kind of fight. But it's shame on me, and it won't happen again. And I'm all fully prepared to take him out in any wheelhouse.
And Bryce Mitchell was very successful in getting the UFC, so eventually getting some camo shorts. What chance are you getting some denim print shorts one day?
Yo, give me the cut off jeans. Come on, the short. Yeah, let's get it. The denim, cut off looking. Let's do that. Let's go. Venom, come on, UFC. Let's make it happen.
Venom denim.
Yeah.
Perfect. Stuff. Thanks a lot.
Perfect.
Would you want actual denim or just the print?
I mean, actual denim would be pretty awesome. I would, if I do say so myself. Yeah, JF be a little tight, whatever. Tight or not, probably much flexibility.
How short? How high are we going?
How high do we want it? Let's go. Come on. Give the people what they want.
Brian, back here in the middle. You've recently made the full-time move to North Carolina to be close to the gym that you train at, Jimmo. Why did you decide to make that move now as opposed to somewhere later down the line?
It's been, we've been talking about it a while, and sick of traveling, it's hard. The hardest part about fight camp and everything is being away from my family, that's the most important to me. And it's hard. It puts a lot of wear and on me emotionally and physically, and, I'm better when they're around. So, I obviously went through almost dying, not making it, not being able to be here today. And, thank God, I'm blessed, and, he wanted to keep me here, and I'm able to still even to continue fighting. They said I, probably wouldn't be able to. So it's truly a blessing, and I'm, so grateful. And with that too, it was just another reason to even get them, closer, is why I spend, 4 hours away, on driving and stuff like that, just not to be able to be with them. I think from having them there with me now and in camp and everything, and being able to see them every day in the morning and then go to train and come home and be home at night with them, I'm the best version of myself. I think you see it in the training room. I think my training partners see it. My coaches see it. You're just getting me at a higher level.
Welcome to London.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions?
Brian, you used to train at the MMA lab with John Crouch, and John Crouch coached Rick Story, who beat Gunnar in 2014. Did you get any points from him?
No, leading up to the fight, I haven't talked to him about the fight or anything like that. But the loophole in that story is I was in the corner and there were fight week when he fought Gunnar.
You previously faced good wrestlers like Dos Anjos, obviously, and Colby Covington. How would you, from fights you've seen of Gunnar, what do you think about his wrestling compared to Colby and Dos Anjos?
I think his wrestling is a lot more, grappler heavy, jiu-jitsu kind of style wrestling, not traditional wrestling. But I've been doing a lot of wrestling this camp. Been doing a lot, improving a lot of my wrestling, really showing, great strides, really. And, doing all the wrestling, it's, it's hard. So I'm, doing my other job as well because I really love it. So just getting a lot of wrestling, but, hopefully, with doing my other job on the side as well, it's, I look to bring that into play as well.
Brian, hi.
You are, I hope you don't mind me saying, you're technically the betting underdog in this fight. Do you enjoy that? Do you embrace the idea of kind of proving people wrong and maybe having less pressure on you?
Yeah, I'm not worried about pressure. There's no pressure on me. I have no fear to go in there, no worry to go in there to fight him. I'm here to be the best, whether that means just the best version of myself. You know, I'm here to prove to myself, not to anybody. And so, I'm not worried about any of that. Like, there's no extra pressure on it. And being the underdog, awesome. You know, being here in London, pretty much his backyard, awesome. I love that. And I think I shine best when in those situations. So I absolutely love it. But yeah, I'm not worried about being underdog or, people saying whatever they're saying. It doesn't matter. You're going to see the best version of myself.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, mate. Best of luck Saturday.
Thank you.